It's time to meet our next guest. Aussie basketball star Josh Giddey is the talk of the NBA after nailing that breathtaking half-court buzzer beater. Now, this is the moment the Melbourne boy sent Chicago into raptures.
Here's Reeves. Reeves straight to the cup. Lays it in to take the lead. Bulls are out of timeouts. 2 seconds left. Giddey for the win. Go!
Oh, my God! I cannot believe this.
We just cut off the bit where they have the commentary that says Paul Hogan, throw a shrimp on the barbie, a whole bunch of Aussiesms. We are thrilled to say the man of the moment, Josh Giddey himself, joins us live from Chicago. Hello, my friend. Good morning to you, or good afternoon where you are. Talk us through that moment, Josh.
Good to see you again. Yeah, no, it was a special moment for sure. So obviously it was exciting. The crowd was packed out, and it was an unbelievable moment, and obviously something I'll never forget. But we've got another game tomorrow night, so got to put it in the past pretty quickly and then move forward.
All right, well, you have to celebrate, Josh. Come on.
We'll celebrate for you. Let's relive the moment because you've got none other than the king, LeBron James, in your face. What was it like in that? I mean, you don't have a lot of time to think, right?
No, you don't. I mean, there was from the time when they made the layup to go up one, there was 3 seconds on the clock, and when I passed the ball into Pat and he threw it back to me, I probably had 1.5 seconds to get a good look off, and I was able to get it off, and I couldn't get much further than half court because there was 2 or 3 defenders in front of me, so I had to shoot it from where I did, and I was lucky enough for it to go in.
Did you ever practice a shot like that, Gids, growing up?
I mean, I think every kid practices buzzer beaters in the driveway, and you count down in your head and you shoot them, and then if it misses, the clock magically adds a couple seconds on. But luckily, I didn't have to add any seconds on in this one. It went in first try. But yeah, every kid practices and dreams of this in the driveway, and I was just fortunate enough to be able to do it.
I also love
on a stage where it's seen by a lot of people.
I love the shot of the Lakers fan in the stands.
Yeah.
Who just
How nice was it, breaking
there
his
he
heart?
is.
There he is.
Sucked in. I love watching the Lakers lose, Josh.
Hey, shout out to Mum and Dad. Obviously, Warwick, Kim, both former players themselves. Have you spoken to them since? They must be wrapped.
Yeah, I did. I spoke to both of them. Obviously, they're not here. They've been here for a bit of the season, but they were back home. Mum's actually in Germany, I think, right now, so she was watching from there, and Dad's back in Melbourne. But they watch every game. They don't miss them. So I spoke to them last night, and they're obviously very excited with it.
Josh, when you were traded to Chicago, I know that the fans weren't necessarily that happy. Fans never are when these kind of trades happen. But you have been on fire. You nearly got a quadruple double the other day, which I think is something that hasn't happened since 1997. Are you feeling the love from the city right now? Yeah,
I mean, obviously, when a trade happens, the guy that Alex Caruso, the guy they traded me for, was a very loved guy of this city, and he'd been here for a while, and he was a fan favorite. So obviously, I got the reaction to the trade originally, but I was always confident in my abilities to come in here and make an impact in Chicago, and I know how passionate the fans are in this city. It's such a big sports city, so I never let that worry me too much, and as the season's progressed, I think me and the team have started to really connect and start to come together a lot more. So it's been very fun. This is a big city with very passionate fans, and you can kind of see in these videos how energetic the crowd is at a moment like this happens. So it's a special place to play.
They were electric last night. They lost their minds.
Do you also think about basketball fans here at home? I mean, you're a good Melbourne boy, from Yarraville, went to Skevs in Melbourne as well. Do you think about the growth of basketball and what you're doing on the big stage? It must fill you with a lot of pride.
No, it does for sure. And I mean, I was one of those kids, not long ago that used to look up to all the Australians that played in the NBA. So, it is kind of a full circle moment when now, I'm in this position and you look down 5 or 6 years younger than me, and there's hoopers all around the country that are trying to get into that next, crop of players that come to the NBA. So it is very cool to be in this position, and I don't take it for granted because I was once, a kid that looked up to all the players in the NBA. So very fortunate to be here, and I love to see the growth of Australian basketball. I think is as good as it's ever been. Not just myself, but all the guys in the NBA that are continuing to show that Aussies that it is a real pathway, and you can dream big. So obviously, I'm here now, but I was a kid that used to think the NBA was so far-fetched. But I'm very fortunate to be here.
And look at you now. Let's talk a bit of business, because you are a free agent, I think, at the end of the season, Josh, which could mean a big pay packet. I know you don't do it for the money, but surely you must be thinking about the future and what that looks like.
No, definitely. Obviously, extension eligible this summer after my 4th year. So the end of my rookie deal is coming up, and I'm able to sign a contract extension. So I try not to look too far ahead as to what that'll look like. But obviously this is somewhere I'm very happy. It feels like home. It has very quickly, and I'm loving the group that we have here. So that stuff will get taken care of after the season. But right now my main goal is just to finish the season strong and continue to build with these guys, and then hopefully we can make some noise in the playoffs.
Another big picture question, Josh. Playoffs. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? How are the Bulls placed?
Yeah, well, we're in the play-in right now, so we're in. I don't know whether you call that the playoffs or the play-in. It's probably two different things, but we're going to be in the play-in. You'd say right now for sure. Obviously, we're trying to win. We've got 10 more games, so if we can win as many as we can these last 10, it might give us a double chance in the play-in. So that's obviously what we're hoping for right now. But then all you have to do, if you get a double chance, you win the first game, you're in the playoffs. If you lose the first game, you still get a second chance to make it. So we want to put ourselves in the best chance we can to be able to get into the playoffs. But, we're focused right now on these last 10 games, and we'll see what happens.
And just very quickly, if fans nail a shot from half court, they usually win a car or money or something like that. I mean, do you get anything extra or just the accolades?
Yeah, probably just the satisfaction of it. I mean, when I went in, I held my follow-through and I was walking to the baseline and I was staring right up into the crowd where my two boys, Freddie and Pat, were sitting, and I was able to look at them while the shot went in, and it was a pretty cool moment. And, you don't really want a car or anything in that moment. The satisfaction of the crowd erupting and your friends being in the arena with you was such a special moment. So I was happy I was able to, celebrate that night with them, my teammates, and but as I said, we have another game in 24 hours, so I can't, celebrate it for too long. I've got to get ready to move on.
Look, we're going to celebrate it for you, Josh Giddey. We are thankful that you logged on and had a chat to us exclusively. We really appreciate it. You are such a good ambassador for the sport, and go well, you legend.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Great to see you, and you can relive that moment on YouTube forever and ever and ever. That's his prize.
Oh, so good, and such just a grounded kid talking
ambassador.
Let's just keep it calm. I'm not calm. I'm very excited.
You want that ball signed.
Yeah.
Well, he's the $1 million man leading one of the NBA's most coveted franchises, the Chicago Bulls. And this morning, Aussie Josh Giddey is the talk of American basketball, hitting a half-court winner over the legend of the game, LeBron James. Take a look.
Bulls are out of timeouts. 2 seconds left. Giddy for the win. Go!
Oh, my God! I cannot believe this. Magic Giddy. Good day, mate. Somewhere in Australia, Sydney, or Melbourne. Paul Hogan is somewhere there. Crocodile Dundee. Oh, Lord.
That is what we call a buzzer beater. Let's bring in today's Sarah Stewart. Sarah, they are going off in Chicago.
Oh, they certainly are, and rightfully so. This was absolutely epic. I love the reaction from him, from the crowd, from the rest of the team, from the commentators. They said it was impossible. It was a half-court buzzer beater. A second to go, he's done that. It is all net. It is incredibly exciting for him and his team. And I tell you what, I've watched it 20 times. I'm going to watch it another 20. And every time you watch it, your arms are up in the air. You're like, yes, next reaction. Give me a basketball. Let me have a go at that. But you know what? None of us are even going to go close to that. It is absolutely incredible. It is so hard to do. And the pressure, and if you didn't notice, he did it over LeBron James as well. So what a shot. And I tell you what, Lizzie, we are going to talk to him on the show a little later this morning. And that is going to be a fantastic chat later this morning.
We cannot wait. He would have been practicing that as a little kid in the driveway since he was probably 4 or 5 years old, I
Dreaming
reckon.
of that moment, and he absolutely nailed it.
And he could be in for a big payday now as well.
Yeah, potentially up to like 250 million Australian
that'll
dollars.
do. That'll do. I love the shot, which is coming right here, of the Lakers fan, the one Lakers fan who is just so salty.
Dirty.
Come on, mate, smile. Give us a smile.
I can't stand the LA Lakers, and there's nothing sweeter than watching the Lakers lose, and I'm so happy that an Aussie delivered that as well.
Yes, Melbourne's Josh Giddy coming up with us later in the show.